Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. It is Black Friday, and let's talk about sales because, well, you're probably out there buying shit now, and by the time you get back to the house, you're going to want to relax, kick back, and hear something pressing. Good? I think it's good. I'll have to wait and see. So, let's not forget to eat some turkey and try to stay awake. If not, make sure you set my channel on repeat. Just saying. So, links in the description down below so you can buy TCG and eBay store. Go in there, get you some cards for Christmas. You deserve it. Also, there's links in there for the giveaway for Thanksgiving. You deserve that too. It's free. Sign up. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about the news, which is Wizards of the Coast exploring more direct-to-consumer sales. You heard me right. I'm not meaning Secret Lair, and I don't mean Amazon. I mean Wizards of the Coast selling direct from them to you. What could go wrong? Well, let's take a look. So down here he says in this article, the president, Chris Cox, said at an investor event at Magic today, which when the hell does this go? February 21st? That's... Anyway. There's one of several developments about Magic outlining owners Hasbro at their 2021 investors event. Yes, this is really old, but this is something that has resurfaced recently. And that is that Magic is going to sell direct to the consumer, bypassing the local LGS and the local Amazon. Get it? Amazon, local, giggity. Anyway, so this first came up in 2021 in February during the whole pandemic thing. Here it talks about what it could mean to LGSs and other things like that. It also mentions the Netflix series that we never got, which is probably a good thing in 2022 because I'm sure they would have screwed the pooch on that during that time. Maybe they should wait about another year or two, let that shit cool off before they try to make something. That's a big pile of steaming pucky before they wreck that too and let some things heal. So anyway, so with that being said, we talk about all this stuff. Now, again, food for thought. Take this with a grain of salt. This is, how do I say, from the grapevine? From people who like to speculate about things they think might happen. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But anyway, what it means is if Wizards does decide that they are going to go back to the model of direct-to-consumer sales like they planned before the whole vid episode happened, it could have lots of promising effects. And I think the coming forward and the announcement of MSRP added back to the product means that that's what they're going to be going to. Here's why. If there's no MSRP and Wizards sells direct to consumer and whatever they price it at, people are going to either A, say, oh, that must be the MSRP, or B, people are going to complain because the price is too high. And they're going to say, oh, Wizards price gouging us. That's not what it's really worth. I can get it cheaper here, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. Lots of weird stuff. And both those phenomenons can still happen if they go to this model. But here's what it's going to do for us. Not only as people who buy and sell cards, but as consumers who buy the cards. So if you ever noticed, as I go through and do my breakdowns of box prices, I almost always include an Amazon price. And here's why. Because Wizards sells direct-to-consumer on Amazon. Now, with that being said, they cut out the LGS, the distributor, so they get more profit for a higher price. Really helps with their margins. If they are going to keep their print sizes down so that they don't overprint again, they have to make those margins up. And I think what they realized is they've made a good chunk of margins selling on Amazon. However, Amazon does take a large chunk um, to sell your stuff for you. So the only thing left to do now is to figure out how to cut out Amazon. And when I say that, I don't mean they're going to stop selling on Amazon. That's probably never going to happen. They will always sell on Amazon. However, what it does mean is they could put card prices on Amazon and or their store at the exact same price. Will they lose a little bit of money? Yeah, probably. But a lot of people have, we'll say, unfavorable interaction with Amazon. Some have favorable, so it goes both ways, and they'll be tapping into both markets. And with that said, they can control the price of their product way more than they ever have before. And here's how. As you know, products have come out in the past, and they have just plummeted and sunk and not been worth anything, and people have sold them to get rid of them. And I'm not saying it won't happen again. However, in the last, Jesus, I don't know, 5, 6 sets, maybe more than that, that has not been the case. Far from it. Even Foundations is selling well, and it's supposed to be in rotation for years. I mean, Jesus. So what they can do is by having their own store site where they sell at the price they want, i.e. MSRP, they can keep box prices from plummeting for the simple fact that if Wizards sells something for, I don't know, $150 a box, then everybody else knows they can sell it for $150 because they don't have to worry about somebody else undercutting them like, you know, the supplier, Wizards. And that's one of the biggest problems is, you know, without Wizards selling direct to consumers, the distribution chain has a very large say in how much they can and will charge, which impacts stores and the final customer because stores have to make money. So if distribution holds some pallets back because they think it's going to be a good product and then they sell them at a higher price, then the boxes have to be at a higher price, so forth and so on. It all gets passed on to the consumer. But if Wizards has it, it will keep the price from going too low because if one place is always willing to sell at the same price, the other places, once they close out, will want to raise their prices, get as much as they can. So it'll bring prices that are too low back toward the center of MSRP. And if prices get too high, if Wizards doesn't raise their price and just keeps their stuff at the same price because, well, you know, they can just keep printing, they can keep selling and keep the prices of the product from going really high and pull that price down because no one's going to pay $300 for a box of Aether Drift, for example, if Wizards has it for $250. They're just going to buy from Wizards. And maybe some people will. Possible, not maybe. But it's a lot easier to get your money back or a refund or a replacement product from Wizards themselves if you buy from them than it is from a local LGS/distributor. So I really think this is the direction that Wizards is going to go. And I think shortly, after the holidays and such, we're going to see official announcements of this start coming out. Maybe longer. It really depends on how Wizards' distribution system for mailing is set up. But hey, I mean, all they got to do is figure out how to distribute a large number of products to individuals that order from their site in large quantities on a daily basis. You know, almost like what happens every now and then when they do a secret layer release. Maybe they've been test piloting the secret layer so when they get back to this sale to consumer model, they have all the bugs worked out. They have their order fulfillment section ready. They have the process of how to fulfill the order ready, boxing, all that stuff in the background that's really hard to do when it comes to ordering a product that without any structure can be a hot mess. If they've built that structure using secret layer to streamline it and then just implement it into a direct sales program with what they already have, just by adding more people when they're ready and slowly ramping it up, and then maybe even announcing it after they've done it, it's almost like they could just flip a switch and start selling straight to us and getting nothing nothing but pure margin gain by cutting out all the profits from the distributor, the LGS, and Amazon. Weird, huh? I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But just remember, I just, wander around the internet and talk to people who play the game. I literally have no idea if this would ever happen. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Unless you're just going to come to my house because we order shit from Wizards.